What if one of the largest military powerhouses in the world declared war on another? On one side, we have the United States, boasting the most powerful and technologically advanced military the world has ever seen. On the other side, we have China, a rising superpower with unparalleled manpower and fast-growing military capabilities. Will the USA's unmatched air and naval power secure its dominance? Or will China's massive army and cutting-edge tech level the playing field? Get ready for a global showdown. It's the USA versus China. Round 1. Both countries bring massive capabilities to the table, but how do they compare? China holds a clear advantage in terms of sheer numbers. With more than 2 million active duty troops compared to the United States' 1.35 million, the Chinese have the largest standing army in the world. China also has 510,000 reserves and 625,000 paramilitary personnel. Meanwhile, the United States maintains a stronger reserve force with nearly 800,000 people ready to be called upon if necessary. The United States operates around 5,600 tanks and boasts an impressive 38,000 armored fighting vehicles, the most of any country in the world. China slightly outnumbers the US in tanks with 5,700 in its arsenal, but lags behind with only 14,000 armored fighting vehicles. When it comes to artillery, China pulls ahead with over 7,000 artillery pieces, and more than double the rocket artillery units of the US at 3,140. The United States is unmatched in the skies, with over 13,000 aircraft, compared to China's 4,600. The US excels particularly in helicopters and attack aircraft, where it vastly outnumbers China. However, China has been steadily expanding its fighter jet fleet. A naval comparison highlights China's rising power, especially in the Pacific. The Chinese Navy is now the largest by total number of vessels, including 59 submarines and 53 frigates. However, the US maintains superiority in aircraft carriers, having 11 compared to China's mere 3. While China is quickly advancing technologically, the United States still leads with defense spending, allocating over $800 billion annually, compared to China's estimated $293 billion. Round 2. The U.S. military is well known for its cutting-edge technology and use of superior hardware to dominate warfare. Stealth capabilities, cyber warfare, and precision-guided munitions are at the heart of America's arsenal. The F-35 jet, a stealth fighter jet, is one of the most advanced aircraft in the world. Its stealth technology allows it to evade radar detection, making it a potent tool for gaining air superiority early in a conflict. Another significant aspect of the U.S. arsenal is its fleet of drones, including the MQ-9 Reaper and RQ-4 Global Hawk. These drones provide critical intelligence and can execute precision strikes without putting human pilots in danger. They allow the USA to engage targets at great distances, striking first without direct confrontation. Having the largest aircraft fleet in the world allows the USA to have floating air bases anywhere across the globe. These carriers, along with advanced naval assets like Zumwalt-class destroyers and Virginia-class submarines, would dominate the seas. China's strategy would involve trying to overwhelm the US with numbers, extensive missile systems, and cutting-edge defense tech. One of China's strongest assets is its ballistic missile capability. The DF-21D, known as the Carrier Killer, is a medium-range ballistic missile specifically designed to target and destroy aircraft carriers. In a confrontation with the U.S. Navy, these missiles would be deployed to keep American fleets at bay, limiting the U.S.'s ability to project power in the Pacific. Although less advanced than the U.S.'s F-35, China's J-20 fighter jets still pose a significant threat, especially when combined with China's dense network of integrated air defense systems. China's Navy is notable for its anti-access, area denial strategy, designed to prevent U.S. forces from approaching China's mainland. Using its large fleet of submarines, surface ships, and anti-ship missile systems, China would focus on defending its coastline and controlling key choke points, like the South China Sea. Combining physical weapons with cyber warfare capabilities designed to disrupt enemy communication and logistics, China's approach is about creating chaos and confusion, overwhelming U.S. forces with missile strikes, hacking, and massive troop deployments. The U.S. would likely use a combination of air attacks and long-range strikes to destroy Chinese military bases, airfields, and missile sites effectively. Cyber warfare would play a crucial role in the U.S.'s offense as well as defense, with the U.S. targeting Chinese command and control systems. Round 3. Fight! In this hypothetical war scenario, China makes the first move, launching its DF-21D Carrier Killer missiles toward U.S. aircraft carriers stationed in the South China Sea, aiming to decimate America's naval advantage. Simultaneously, Chinese cyber units would begin a massive assault on U.S. infrastructure, targeting military communications, satellite networks, and power grids. In response, the U.S. F-35 jets and B-2 Spirit bombers would take to the skies to launch precision strikes against Chinese missile sites, air defense systems, and naval bases, relying on their stealth capabilities to avoid detection, and focusing on degrading China's ability to launch further strikes. The mighty U.S. Navy would retaliate against Chinese naval forces, targeting strategic positions in the South China Sea. As the battle progresses, the Chinese army would mobilize millions of troops along the Chinese mainland, ready to fend off any U.S. troops attempting to land on Chinese soil. The U.S., aware that a land invasion would be costly and complex, would instead opt for a blockade strategy, using its naval and air power to cut off China's maritime trade routes, limiting resources and strangling its economy. In the shadows of the physical battle, the war in cyberspace would be just as fierce. Both countries would continue to launch cyber attacks on each other. In space, satellites would become important targets, as each side aims to destroy or jam the other's surveillance and GPS satellites, and reduce their ability to coordinate precision strikes. The war would turn into a grueling stalemate, with neither side able to claim a decisive victory. Ultimately, the U.S. would emerge as the technical winner, able to maintain control but never take over China's mainland. But the cost of this war would be astronomical. Millions of lives lost, economies in ruin, and global instability in the aftermath. And there you have it. In a hypothetical clash of the titans, the United States would emerge victorious, but at an immense cost. The true lesson here? Some battles are better left unfought. But don't hang up your helmets just yet. Coming up next on Versus, who would win if a World War III broke out? Witness the clash of the big three giants, Russia, China, and the USA, on the next round of Versus.